We are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Web Tools TV. And today we have the Chief Marketing Officer, Ran, from VCTA. Welcome, Ran.
Thanks to them. Ran
And
Oelgiesser, by the way.
I was going to say, I want to hear you say your last name. Do you mind doing that one more time? I think it's such a
R
pretty lab.
Ran Oelgiesser.
Oelgiesser. Okay, I might be able to practice that and learn how to pronounce your name. Now, you were just telling me, and this is really interesting, like tidbit of information or trivia, that the only people that you've found that have been able to pronounce your last name are those that speak German or are from Germany.
Yeah, because it's a German name originally. It
That
means
makes
something like oil pour or something like this.
Okay. Now, you originally, like, did you move from Germany to? I didn't even
No,
ask you where you live.
no, I live, currently I live next to Seattle in a city called Bellevue. Our offices is in a city called Bellevue, and I'm originally from Israel, so that's where the accent is from.
Oh, gotcha. Whoops. It looks like I'm playing somewhere. Oh wow, I've never done that, but that's a first. Okay, sorry for the little pause there. I was playing us, so we get to hear ourselves after the fact, but solve that one. Um, and by the way, interesting, if you're ever looking at the Web Tools TV events, you can actually hit the play to see the countdown until the show. Just another little tidbit, some tidbits. All right, now we're actually moving into the content of the interview. So, I'm curious, how did you decide, because you joined VCTA in, what, 2011,
2000.
is it?
Yes, 2011. It was about 6 months after Visita started.
Wow. So you're like almost a founder as far as being there from the beginning.
Yeah, there were very few people. I think there were like three, four people. One of the founders of Visita was actually a co-founder with me in a previous company that we founded back in 2005. So we know for many, many, many years. So he had an awesome idea, and I was back in Microsoft that time and looking for other things to do, and I joined him again.
Wow. So you're used to like starting up companies and moving them from startup to success.
Only two so far.
That's sorry, it's probably two more than a lot of people. So that's really good. Well, now I know what VCTA is because I've used VCTA for several years. I love one of the features that I love. I'm just going to jump ahead of the description of what VCTA is, but I love the threaded, like the ability to log in and have a conversation with the person that had the scheduled appointment. Because then, if I ever wondered about, what did I say, what did they say, what did we plan on doing, I could go to one spot and find that. But now that everybody's watching, going, what is VCTA and what's she talking about? Threaded conversation. I just told you ahead of time my favorite feature, but I'm going to let you, Rand, describe what VCTA is and what it does for people.
Okay, so first we've been around for about over 4 years, and we deliver a client engagement platform. We call it LiveSite. And by the way, we have offices, as I told you before, we have offices here in Bellevue next to Seattle and offices in Israel, and around 100,000 small businesses using the product to some extent, different models of the product. And the concept, like, we were looking at technologies that bigger companies use to interact with their clients. And you mentioned that thread to see all the back and forth communication with the clients, etc. But mainly we looked at what bigger companies do with their clients online on the website. So clients can normally pay online, upload documents. You can in an Apple store, you can go ahead and schedule a repair appointment. You can with a sales rep or a support rep on your phone company. There are many, many tools that really engage and help clients interact with bigger companies. And we didn't really see it for small companies, especially not for small business, for small services companies like lawyers and accountants, and on the other end, contractors and hair salons and photographers. So we kind of bring those complicated solutions that are very common in bigger companies to something that is simple, affordable, very easy to set up, very easy to add to your website in minutes. And we call it live site because we think it kind of brings websites to life in a
Oh,
way.
I like that.
It turns, a static website experience, and small business build beautiful websites, but they're really static. They're not really dynamic. They're not personalized. They're not encouraging visitors to engage, to contact the business, to schedule, to take action. So that's what we do at the high level.
Excellent. Excellent. You know, that reminds me, I was listening to you describe that, and another feature I really loved is a little pop-up and that I would put on my website. And it wouldn't pop up right away, but when someone was on my site for a while, the ability to add that to your site. So it's like, hey, I'm here to help you, you know, and schedule an appointment to talk to me. And that was really helpful to bring in clients and customers.
Yes, we see like we have different widgets, for instance, and we also have like a plain old contact form that you can add to your website. But this pop-up that we call an invitation, because pop-up always have bad connotation.
Oh, good
Um,
point. Good point.
so this invitation that shows up, um, really, when you have this comparing to regular contact form, our customers see almost double the number of leads that contact them. And it's when you see it, it becomes trivial, right? I mean, when you're on every page of the site, again, not right away, but after 30 seconds or a minute or a time that someone has looked through your website, you welcome him or her and tell them, I'm here for you. I'm here to talk to you. Contact me, schedule time with me, call me. That's encouraging them to take action and not, you're not waiting for them to decide that they actually want to reach out to you. And that makes that, this thing makes difference.
Yeah, I can see it has in mine using it. I got a lot more responses that way, and then I could engage with them within that threaded, you know, on the inside of the panel. And that also made it easier too for the people, like for example, showing up in the show like you are, made it easier for them to find me as well, is to log in the VC. I know I'm not here supposed to be giving you a testimonial. I'm supposed to be asking you questions, but I was just thinking of all the things I like about
I
VC.
can't complain of getting a testimonial from the person who interviews me. So
Excellent. Now you have several different. I only use the scheduling app, but are there like three different apps? There's different apps that work together in different
yes,
platforms.
we started with a form and then added scheduling and then added this concept of an invitation, as I said, and recently we've added online payments, so people can pay you whether for an invoice or for a scheduled appointment, before the appointment, after the appointment, and the money is being transferred directly to your bank account or to your PayPal account. And we've added document sharing and more customization of the forms and the whole contact process. So we're kind of again trying to recognize every time the next need that we see from our customers, from the small businesses, and try to add that module. That's what we do.
Cool. And people can pick and choose. Like I chose to use just one of the modules, but they can pick and choose two, three, you know, all of them for a discounted. Isn't that like there's a price break if they use more than one module? Is that how that works?
Yeah, you can pick and choose, but usually it's either people using we have a free version that you can start using. This invitation, for instance, is free for everyone. We want people to start seeing value from Visita right away. And so we give a free version, and we have tens of thousands of customers using the free version and not upgrading and are happy and getting more leads from their clients. They don't need scheduling, they don't need online payment, they don't need more sophisticated capabilities, but they still use Visita. But of the ones who like if you're a real business and you're really starting to see the value, many of them when they upgrade they go to the full package because it goes hand in hand. Like you do scheduling, but then you want this thread of seeing the history of customers, or you want text reminders to your phone, and really soon you'll start thinking about accepting payments online. So most of them are ending up in the full package, and the price difference is not that big. It's the full package is starting around $25 a month,
That's
which
really
is
reasonable for like three
for
modules.
all that. Yeah.
That's a really good price actually. I think I was paying 15 for the one, but so I mean, yeah, another $10 doesn't seem like that much to go for same
Yeah. So
advertising it too.
no,
It costs money.
that's what we see with businesses, honestly. I mean, we offer the lower cost because we know, especially for businesses who just start, it's important to have something very, very basic, and you want to spend as little as you could. But when you're a business and you're seeing the value, it's usually, do I see the value and it's helping me, and then I pay 25 or 15, doesn't matter, or I just don't want to use it or don't want to pay at all, right?
Right.
That's usually the decision.
That makes sense. And you know, if people think of it rather than looking at the amount, I mean, you could probably recoup that even if you use VCTA one time with one successful paying client. You probably, you know, I mean, I don't know what people's rates are watching this, but I would think that going for that 15 or 25 in one paying client is not doable. There you go for a double negative. And for those of you that don't study English grammar, double negative means a positive. So this is all positive. So, I was thinking when I saw when VCTA started, when I found VCTA, I found it through a WordPress plugin, and I don't know if the person's affiliated with VCTA, and I can't remember his last. It seems like it was a Michael, and he had like a contact form.
Yeah, the fast secure contact form. We're
Yes.
still a part of his plugin as well. We basically partner. I mean, this is how we grow. We partner with many web platforms and WordPress and Wix and website building platforms. And we just offer, plugins to all those places. And that serves like people find us easily because people try to improve their website, so this is where they go. Uh, but it also really like the initial concept is to really make it extremely easy to edit to someone's website because we know that's the start. Without that, I mean, this is where everything starts, where the leads are coming or where clients are doing actions through your website. So we want to make it extremely easy. So this is why all those plugins to all those platforms that it's just like one click and you're you're ready to go.
It makes a lot of sense. And that one plugin, just because I was looking for a better form, and I love I never remember the name, but the fast secure form, yeah, that's the one I use on my 18 sites. And it's like, what's this BCTA? That's such an interesting name. What is that? So, I had to click and I became a client. So it worked. That partnership really worked. And do you have
You,
partnerships like that with other plugins? It sounded like it's not just the fast secure.
Yeah, with other plugins in WordPress, no, we have our own WordPress plugins. We have several of them for the different components like the scheduling, the payments, the invite, the forms. We have plugins in WordPress, but we also have plugins for other platforms like Drupal and keep on forgetting the other one, and commercial platforms like Wix and Do the Mobile, all those stuff. All
Wow.
the common ones would probably have a plugin or a very simple, one line of code integration from us.
So if somebody's watching this and they're like, they have Drupal, for example. Do they just go to your main homepage, and do you have a section that's just to help them out as far as Drupal and
Yeah,
integration?
or they go to the Drupal itself and just add a plugin, or to the WordPress plugin, library, just search Visita and install it. It takes literally a minute.
Is that part of the way you pick the name for the company, Visita? Because it is very unique. So when I search for Visita, I'm going to find you guys and not someone else.
You know what? Most people, for some reason, V and C, they mix the V and C and they remember us as C Vita. Like the number two term in Google for a long time was people searching. They remembered Visita, but they thought of Cvita and they were searching that.
Oh, wow.
So
So you must have to optimize, like SEO optimize for that as well.
that was easy. Not a lot of competition for Cvita, but yeah, um, but yeah, I mean, unfortunately, people don't remember the name.
I must be
But
linguistically odd.
it is unique. It is unique. It's definitely
Yes.
unique. Like if you remember it, you won't forget it, but it's different.
Come to think of it, I think I did have people coming to me and saying, "What was the name of that platform?" Because I recommend you to so many people. I was even quoted in entrepreneur.com saying that everyone should use Bcita. So, but yeah, I did have some people say CVita. Come to think of it, now that you've mentioned that, I'm like, no, 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 you got to switch those first two letters.
The thing, if you search online scheduling now in Google, you'll will be in the top two or three results, or in most of the cases. So
That's
that's easier to
excellent.
remember.
Yeah, because when I first started using you guys, your platform, it's like no one had heard of you. And then now it's, you say online scheduling and everyone's like, oh, like Bcita. As you're becoming, like what is it, the tissue and Kleenex, where Kleenex is the brand, but it's like, oh, I need a Kleenex. Pretty soon people are like, I need to go use a Bcita.
Yeah, the comparison to a tissue is funny, yeah, but
Whoops, okay.
yeah, I need to use a tissue. Oh, we see that. No, yeah,
Well, okay, so this has been wonderful talking to you and getting to know, person behind the brand. That's really what we like to do here on Web Tools TV. So this has been exceptional. So now that we've talked about the name so much and everybody has heard it as they're listening to this, so now they're going to remember. How do people find you, Rand, or how do people find the brand of Visita?
just go to visita.com, vcita.com. If you want to contact me personally, there's also a management team page that you can, of course, contact me through a form or schedule time with me through Visita. Surprisingly enough.
That makes sense. And also at Twitter, right? You're like twitter.com/Visita,
Yes,
correct?
and Facebook
Okay.
and Google Plus. And that's it, I think. We don't do Pinterest.
No, not yet or
Not
nothing.
yet.
I'm trying to imagine, let's see, pictures of Visita, and oh, anyway, I'm going off somewhere else. But I did read your LinkedIn, so you can find him on LinkedIn if you
Oh,
if you
sure.
search.
Right. Wow. I can't believe I forgot LinkedIn.
That's okay, and I think you have that linked on your Visita profile too. See, I did my research. I checked you out, right? Thank you everyone for tuning in, and thank you so much, Rand, for joining us for Web Tools TV. This has
Sure.
been delightful to get to know you and to get to know Visita.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
And we'll see all of you same time, same place next week. Thanks.